YouTube Hangout says we are live. Hey everyone, happy Sunday fun day. Make sure the camera.
What about the camera? You're listening to advertisements while we're trying to live stream, George? I got a song I can sing for you. Chris T. Stuff says, "Hi, Hales." Hi back to you, Chris T. Stuff.
Hello, hello.
We got a little song for everybody tonight, don't we, George? While you're adjusting things. Goes a little something like this. Many of you probably already know. There's a huge thing of brewing. And in honor of this huge thing of brewing, Vicky G says hi from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Vicky G, hi back at you.
Howdy,
Hales low.
Vicky.
Hope you're having a Hales of a night. In honor, we've got a little bit of a song because we know West Coast. They are the Mest Coast. And when it comes to the East Coast, they are the Beast Coast. Would you agree, George?
I agree.
Yeah, me too.
100.
We're gonna beat you, West Coast. Oh, yes, we will. We're gonna beat you, West Coast. Just wait until, the East Coast gets there, and we do what we do. Oh, West Coast, we're gonna beast you. Yeah. Anybody ever see Treasure Hunting with Jeebus where he always finds a bug and he seems to squash it? You ever seen him do that? Whether it's a spider or whether it's a stink bug? Well, we're gonna beast you past coast. Oh, yes, we will. We're gonna beast you past coast. Just wait until we get there and do what we do. 'Cause Jeebus is gonna squash you. All right. Well, we've got lots of information coming up tonight about the East Coast versus West Coast, or the Beast Coast versus the messed up coast, whichever way you want to view it. But we already know that you guys are probably cheering on and fanning for one of the coasts. And we think it's important for people to know. We here at What the Hales, we are a positive channel. And therefore, if viewers or subscribers make negative comments, they typically get blocked by moderators. Now, that being said, all of our moderators tonight, if anybody says anything negative about the West Coast, we give them full reign to talk smack.
Today's an exception.
Today is the exception. If it's smack about the West Coast, let it rain.
Aww,
let
Poppy's
it pour
and
hey, Poppy. Poppy, West Coast or East Coast? You better get it right, boy. You better get it right. All right. So that being said, George, we got to get into this. We're gonna divert from our original format just a bit because we have a lot of things to discuss, a lot of things coming up. Why don't we get into the mail first? Now, we have quite a bit of mail, but we can't get to all the mail tonight. So if you send us a package, if you send us a letter and you go, hey, I haven't seen you open it yet, don't worry, you will. Be patient. Now, while you are opening that first piece of mail,
my letter envelope from our girl Melissa W. She's in the chat tonight.
Clint Brooks said, "Big love from UK. Big love right back to you, Clint Brook." And Jim Hardy said, "East Coast." You better believe it, Jim. East Coast is where it's at. We are going to Beast Coast, and more information coming. Now, if you watched the video while you're opening, why don't you just go ahead and open all three?
I'm just going to read one.
Okay.
We only have time for one.
Okay. All right. So she's going to get one. If you watched the video yesterday where we were at an auction in Columbus, we spent $1,700 on a unit that has 2 motorcycles. We found an ammo box up top. We promised at the end of the video that we would share with you what is actually on this CD that we found. Now, as you can see here, it says pictures and it has smiley faces. George, would you like to share what we found on this CD, or would you like me to share?
Go right ahead.
All right, so she's leaving it up to me, guys. Well, many guesses were left in the comment section of what would be on here, and I didn't say section, I said section. Did you get that there?
I heard
because those comments were 100% absolutely. She's texting.
I'm sorry, I'm working on technical stuff.
She's always working on technical stuff. So those comments and guesses were 100%. Well, let's just say there was a birthday party. Do you remember what the birthday cake said in the pictures?
Something about chirp chirp.
Some chirp chirp. No.
It was an inside joke.
There was a birthday party, and there were very expressive. Yeah, treasure hunting with Jeebus. You better believe East Coast is going to dominate. Thank you for the super chat, treasure hunting with Jeebus. There was a birthday party, and let's just say there were 2 females invited to the birthday party for the individual who held on to this disc with all of the pictures and the memories of that birthday party. So those people who guessed what was on this disc, there were no other guesses except for adult entertainment photos and videos. You are correct. That is exactly what was on this disc, held in a gun ammo box. So that's what was on the disc, and you got mail.
All right. It doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Beast Coast says, Best Coast, excuse me, I misunderstood. I didn't know West Coasters could spell correctly. Best Coast eats beast for breakfast, says Storage Auction Pirate. Last I checked, pirates often get their limbs eaten by alligators. Isn't that usually the way that it goes in the stories?
Yeah.
And so that's why they have a peg leg or a hook. So I'm pretty sure alligators are from the East Coast. So really, who's eating who? I mean, come on, let's be honest, right? We appreciate that super chat, Storage Auction Pirate, $1.99 there. Truly appreciate that. Looking forward to find out who's taking who to breakfast. You got your mail, babe?
Oh yeah. So I got
you go for the mail.
Something from Origami Creations, and it is a cute little camel. I made a comment in one of the videos that we posted that one of my favorite animals is a camel. I think it's cute.
I went and grabbed this since you had the camel. I made sure we had the gator for
Al. His name is Al.
Al. This is Al. This is the gator.
Everyone meet Al.
This is the gator to make sure we take out the pirates appropriately. So I think we're all set. Northwest RC Club just said, well, I'm Northwest UK, but I'm all about the East. Thank you.
All right. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Northwest RC Club.
He gets a virtual fist pump for that.
Okay, Mrs. Jeebus is on the chat as well. Mrs. Jeebus, we'd like to know who you think is going to win, East Coast or West Coast. Shortridge Excavating LLC just posted, and $10. Marblehead, Ohio rocks.
Yes.
Pun intended. Marblehead, Ohio
Marblehead
has
is
a ton
beautiful.
of rocks.
Yeah,
So,
and it's a beautiful place.
I get the joke, and I love it. Thank you so much for the support and the super chat. I think he's an East Coaster. What do you think?
It sounds like he is.
So we need to make sure that everybody understands what's actually going on this next week. We have a huge battle. This is of epic proportions. Nothing like this has been done on YouTube before. And so we are taking the East Coast team. Now, would you like to share who's all on that team?
East Coast team is going to be us, yours truly, What the Hales.
What the Hales were we thinking?
And then also going to be Treasure Hunting with Jeebus, with Jeebus and Amber.
Do you really need anybody once you put that team together? I mean, let's be honest.
And then we're going to adopt another channel because they're originally from Ohio and have a ton of family that still live here in Ohio. And that's Treasure Hustlers.
Treasure Hustlers.
Those 2 crazy girls. So we're going to adopt them, and they're going to be part of hashtag East Coast, Team East Coast.
So East Coast is flying out to West Coast. Now, let's be honest. George, why is it East Coast going to West Coast to school West Coast when the whole game is supposed to all be about the West Coast because we're outnumbered, we're outmatched, apparently we're outmoneyed, apparently we're out hustled, apparently they got more hair than us. Why in the world would East Coasters fly out to the West Coast?
I don't know. You tell us what's on your mind.
I think you guys can figure it out. Why do you think East Coast is flying out to West Coast instead of West Coast flying to East Coast? So that being said, Treasure Hunting with Jeebus sent $5, said East Coast will squish the West like a bug. Beast Coast. I couldn't agree with you more, Treasure Hunting with Jeebus. As a matter of fact, Treasure Hunting with Jeebus, as you're part of the actual team, I've got a question for you. Treasure Hunting with Jeebus, really, we want to know, and we want to let the viewers know as we prepare for this huge battle coming up this week. What does being an East Coast heavyweight mean to you compared to these West Coasters? Because all we hear about these West Coasters that the real game is over on the West Coast. We don't even know what money is like. East Coast is nothing compared to West Coast because they got dollars flying everywhere. They got heavy hitters out there. So what does it mean to you, Jeebus, to be a pest coast squisher over here on the East Coast?
Storage Auction Pirate says, I'm so confident I don't even need a team.
Okay, Storage Auction Pirate, that's great. Why is it that you've then assembled Locker Nuts? Not only that, did you see what Locker Nuts posted today?
Yeah.
Did they see what Locker Nuts posted today?
We should show them.
All right. If you have not seen Locker Nuts is hitting below the belt. Locker Nuts just posted this. I'm going to show it to you guys.
Michelle L said, are you going to Vegas to get married? No, Michelle. No,
we're going to beast the West Coast. I'm going to show them right now.
Not going to Vegas.
I'm going to show them what Locker Nuts actually posted.
Guys, you will not believe what I just found in this locker right here. I'm pretty sure this is from the East Coast. Because see that look on his face? What every East Coast YouTube guy looks like in their thumbnails. The East Coast face. You'll see it here next week when they come to town for a collab. But here's what I got for them. Oh, that's right. West Coast rules.
Oh my God.
Can you believe it? I think he was making fun of thumbnails on Treasure Hunting with Jeebus.
He was.
And what the Hales channels with the pointing that stuff. All right, Treasure Hunting with Jeebus just said this. Treasure Hunting with Jeebus said, they're all talk, big mouths. There's a reason they need so many people on their side. Maybe since they have us outnumbered, they can at least be competitive. Hopefully. So we are outnumbered as we're headed over to the West Coast. Do you know what channels are all going to be there, George?
Definitely Storage Auction Pirate, Locker Nuts, Storage Stalker, Lori and Brandon's channel. They're
Storage Hunters Vegas. Potentially Bargain Hunters Thrift as well. So we're supposed to see Renee and Casey there. That's a lot of people versus just two tiny, humble channels over here on the East Coast trying to make a living. And they're saying they don't have to put a team together. And yet, what did they do? They put a monstrosity together. But that's okay because you know why? We have Jeebus. We have Jeebus on our side. 6'6", 300 pounds with a foot the size of California to just squish out all the competition.
Nick Molnar says Jeremy should dress up as Captain America for this battle.
That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all.
Wade might show up. Wade's Ventures.
Well, I think in all reality, I'm just being completely transparent. Once he found out Treasure Hustlers were on the East Coast team, Wade started backing out. He's scared. He is downright scared. As a matter of fact, Thrift Trader is supposed to be on their team as well. Guess what? Scared.
Is he considered the East Coast?
Baby, Oklahoma is nowhere near the East Coast.
It's the armpit.
That's West Coast. That's West Coast.
You know what? I know it. And a $4.99 super chat says the Salt Princess already has Jeebus shaking in his boots.
Jeebus,
the Salt Princess is his daughter.
Jeebus, We gotta come up with an idea to take the Salt Princess out. We need to formulate some plans here. That brings up a question that I have. I know Jeebus and Amber actually in the chat. So Jeebus and Amber, what are you guys doing in training and preparation for this huge battle? If you can let us know in the chat, because Storage Auction Pirates in here talking all kinds of smack.
Locker Nuts is too.
Locker Nuts is in here talking all kinds of smack. Not only is he talking smack, he's posting smack. Look at this. One of Storage Auction Pirates viewers actually, I don't think I showed this to you yet. One of Storage Auction Pirates viewers actually said this in one of his videos today. Look at this. All right, Vicky Start said, just watched What the Hales, and good old Jeremy talking some serious poop about you West Coasters. He's not very nice at all. You all still talk nice about him. East Coast has nothing on the West Coast. Good luck, though you more than likely won't need it. Well, Vicky Start, you better start rooting for the winning team instead of the losing team, because it's going to be East Coast all the way. All the way. Okay. Do we have treasure hunting with Jeebus down in here? So we want to know what he's doing for training. Now, do you want to share some of the things that we're doing for training?
No, I think that should be a surprise.
Oh, well, are we going to release anything in regards to our training preparation?
Stay tuned for our training preparation for tomorrow night.
No, I don't think tomorrow night, because tomorrow night, Storage Auction Pirates, Princess the Jeebus Beanstalk. Okay, Storage Auction Pirate talking smack. All right, Jeebus, we need to make sure the Salt Princess doesn't have any axes to take the beanstalk down. We will be actually, we can't release that video that early because West Coast
Wednesday. My bad. I have my days all mixed up.
Wednesday, the planning, training, preparation video will be going out so that you all can see what's been happening behind the scenes as we prep. Now, we did some pretty crazy preparations this week in training, and training kind of went off the track a little bit. So we know the number one question that most of you have is, what do you think it is? George, what do they all want to know? I haven't seen it yet. I haven't been reading, but
I think a lot of them want to know where we're going to be.
Where are we going to be? That's not what I think they want to know, but where are we going to be?
We're going to be in the Bay Area.
So we will be in the Bay Area, but what happened this past week that they all want to know about?
Oh, about the drugs?
I didn't say it. You said it. I didn't say anything.
I wasn't going to say anything about that.
If you ask me, I think West Coast planted it. That's what I think. They tried to take us out of the competition. It was a setup to try and get us out of the competition. Ain't working.
John Morgan says, there is no question about it. The East Coast will be the winner.
Treasure Hunting with Jeebus just said, why would we even prepare? If we actually prepared, it wouldn't even be fair. We're hoping if we don't prepare and we're outnumbered, they might have a chance at making it close. That's a pretty big might. That is a pretty big might. I'm not sure they're going to actually be able to even get close. I mean, we've got some tricks up our sleeves that...
Taz's video wants to know what are the rules.
Well, Taz's video is going to find out what the rules are this upcoming week. So we fly out Wednesday to California to meet the West Coast. Treasure Hunting with Jeebus flies out Tuesday to meet up with the West Coast. You'll want to be watching those videos in preparation for the huge battle. And you're going to be wanting to watch the West Coasters as well in their preparation for the huge battle. So Thursday, Friday, all day, we'll be on the auction track. And we're going to find out who can make more money.
Raymond says, no prep needed. Take a needle and pop their dream bubble.
It just so happens we found needles this past week.
We did.
We found all kinds of paraphernalia this past week. So we could pop a bubble with that needle or two. I want to ask Jeebus, since he's on here right now. Treasure Hunting with Jeebus. I've been analyzing video around the clock. As a matter of fact, how long has it been since I've slept, sweetheart? around the clock. We've been dissecting West Coast video, their tactics, their skills, and the way that they try and win at the Storage Wars battle. And we haven't slept in how many days now?
For you,
Yeah,
I have to sleep because radiation treatments make me tired.
that
For
is true.
You've barely gotten any sleep.
No sleep whatsoever, just pure lemonade. Well, I haven't even had bathroom breaks. I'm not sure if this is lemonade or this is what came out after the lemonade, because I haven't had a lot of sleep. But we've been analyzing the video of each one of the other opponents. And so treasure hunting with Jeebus, I'm curious, do you see any holes in the way that they approach buying storage units? Do you see any holes in their West Coast game, which they like to call the best coast? Really, can it be called the best coast? If they were the best coast, don't you think they'd be all coming over to the Beast Coast? But instead, it's the Beast Coast all going over to the messed up coast. And so treasure hunting with Jeebus, do you have any insight, any holes, any flaws, any things that we can exploit in their storage buying game?
He's saying their only tactic is overpaying.
Oh, is treasure hunting with Jeebus did? Oh wait, storage auction pirate just said, "Good luck analyzing me. I'm too crazy to be studied." We have come to that conclusion, and as a matter of fact, we think that may be your Achilles heel.
Ann Wells wants to know, Jeremy, will you be eating West Coast unit food?
Oh, I think you're probably going to see a storage unit food challenge for sure. Storage auction pirate just said, "Jeebus, I'm the $5 locker guy. You overpay at $10. You hear this smack, Jeebus? Treasure hunting with Jeebus said, all we have to do is show up. Well, that's true. We will be showing up, and it's going to be quite the show for all of our viewers. By the way, if you want to share, you want to watch all the channels, because you're going to get a beautiful perspective from every single channel in regards to the challenges. And not only that, you're going to get a mega huge collaboration live Q&A one night during the week as well, to where all of your favorite channels are all going to be together, and maybe your favorite channel to love and maybe your favorite channel to hate. It doesn't matter. It's all going to be fun and games, and we're going to find out who actually wins in this challenge.
Fred says we should ride in on horses with swords.
We're trying to figure out.
That would be a lot of fun.
That's one of the things you've been working on, is how can we get the swords there for the battle?
Yes.
And so far, we know we can't get them through the airport.
Yeah.
But you have shipped some ahead of time, correct? El Porno,
maybe I have, maybe I haven't.
El Porno sent $10 and said, from a fellow Hales from New Zealand in Australia. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
That's got to be an East Coast fan.
And for all the super chats Jeebus has sent.
Boom, boom. And can you do me a favor with the fist pump?
What?
Can you knock out West Coast, please? Just
this
give
is for you, West Coast,
nice right
uppercut.
hook right there. Just a nice right hook right there. All right. Treasure hunting with Jeebus. I got another question. Treasure hunting with Jeebus. Do you have anything up your sleeve? Any secret plans? Something that you're holding in your back pocket for East Coast versus West Coast that you wouldn't necessarily, they won't see coming. It's going to be a blind side. Do you have anything? Michelle Longwing says, are you driving or flying to Cali? Michelle, we will be flying to Cali. Northwest RC Club sent $2. Make sure it's not that dodgy auctioneer there. Oh my goodness.
Appreciate it, Northwest.
If you guys did not see our video last night, it was the most insane auction I have ever seen in my life. It reminds me of the West Coast because it's the messed up coast. And I'm hoping it's not going to be like that.
Austin216 says West Coast, #weak coast.
Storage Auction Pirate just said, I can't wait till the weakest coast arrives. It's going to be fun. Weakest coast. Y'all live on a fault line. Y'all live on a fault line. I mean, literally, an earthquake could happen and you could no longer be a coast. How could we be the weakest coast? We're the beastest coast. You remember what I was calling the West Coast earlier today? The Westicles. So they're now called the Westicles.
The Westicles.
I'm calling the Westicles the West Coast instead of the West Coast. It's just easier to just call them the Westicles. You know why? Because they're old, they're hot, you know, they're just sweaty, and They don't see sun much. They're the Westicles over there. They don't get out much. They don't do much. They're the Westicles. Storage Hunters Vegas just got on and just said, well, that only makes us stronger. Pat D 72, $2. Give me double cheeseburger, McDonald's love.
That was last week.
That was last week.
when we live streamed at Mickey D's.
All right, Treasure Hunting with Jeebus said, we're already showing them mercy by coming out to them in the West. Could you imagine seeing them to try? And I lost it. I know it's because Storage Auction Pirate just talked smack above him. All right, so could you imagine seeing them try and survive on the Beast Coast? Treasure Hunting with Jeebus, I can't agree with you more. I don't think there's a way they could actually survive out here on the West Coast.
Storage Auction Pirate said, he sent a $4.99 super chat. He's holding his fear in his sleep and back pocket. He has no room for tricks in there.
Oh, man. But yet he's the one that's going to be pulling out the Salt Princess trying to get us. So no room for tricks.
We're going to steal Salt Princess from you, Pirate.
Storage Hunters Vegas said, we have 335 days of sun here. LO, you guys, you might just pass out. You know what? The West Coast is the only place. West Coast is the only place that when it's barely sprinkling rain, there's a report on every news station. Storm watch, storm watch. Let me tell you, there's a storm a-coming. It's called the Jeebus storm.
It's a brewing.
What the Hales is going to hit Cali? That's all I'm saying, right? You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
There's a storm a brewing. You're going to get some rain. It's raining.
Someone said, what about the North and the South?
What about them?
We divided down the center.
Yoink, yoink. What is this? Going to be Canada versus Mexico next? All right. Jeebus. Wait, Pat D's just 72 said found 2 heads in a storage locker last week.
What kind of heads?
What kind of heads? Would they happen to be West Coasters' heads? Because they're probably going to lose their heads once we get out there and take care of business, especially if George finds a sword. Due South Candle just sent $1. Due South Candle sent $1. Didn't say anything, but I think that means he's an East Coast fan. If you're rooting East Coast right now, hashtag East Coast in the comments. We want to know. And Treasure Hunting with Jeebus sent another $5. Man, this dude is loaded with cash. You know why Treasure Hunting with Jeebus is loaded with cash?
Why?
Because he knows how to make it. He's an East Coaster. This dude is a heavy hitter. Jeebus said, we don't need tricks. Tricks are for the weak. We have dominance, and the West Coast will be dominated. Can anything else be said?
Can we get an amen?
I mean, yeah. Can I get a witness, please? My goodness, somebody stand up and testify. Treasure Hunting with Jeebus is preaching it. He is bringing it and preaching it. Glenn Harless just sent $2 super chat. I think for sure. Oh man, where'd he go? Wait. Glenn Harless sent $2. I think he's for sure going to be an East Coast fan. No doubt. I just saw another one. Mary Harris sent $2. Pirates for the win.
Mary.
Heart. Would somebody block her, please?
Mary.
Don't block her. We love Mary.
Yeah,
nothing but love for you, Mary. But I'm sorry. Your pirate's going down with the ship. Okay? That's just what's going to happen.
Pirate's going to have to walk the plank.
EB Jester sent $5. If Jeebus stomps real hard on the West Coast, it'll fall into the ocean. Ain't that the truth? I kind of figure once the plane lands and Jeebus is in it, done.
He gets a fist pump.
Yeah, I would give it to him. That's a good one, EB Jester. That is a really good one. George, do you know what you say to a West Coast fan with 2 black eyes?
What do you say?
Nothing. Someone already said it for you. Twice.
2 times.
2 times. All right. Let's see. Tyler Gass says East Coast. Lady Luck Junk said it's like Peter Pan versus Hook. We're taking the pirate out. Peter Pan always beats the pirate.
Eve says hashtag East Coast all the way.
Lady Luck Junk. We just said that. Okay, it's like Peter Pan and Hook. Fred Lipscomb said take Baby Jeebus for the Salt Princess. As a matter of fact, Baby Jeebus is going to be there. We got that planned in the bag. Salt Princess going down. No problem there. All right.
Mama Jeebus will be there too, right?
Yeah, Mama. Yeah, that's just in case we get any boo-boos. Mama Jeebus is going to heal our wounds if we get any boo-boos.
Treasure Hunting with Jeebus says we burn cash for firewood over here on the Beast Coast. We have way too much of it.
All right. Kansas Patriot sent $2. Middle Coast is for East Coast all the way. Thank you, Kansas Patriot. That's a fist pump.
Did you read that one? Yeah.
We're gonna find Jeebus' head in a storage. Storage Auction Pirate said we're gonna find Jeebus' head in a storage.
Oh my god.
We got to get we got to get a fist pump for Kansas Patriot, babe. Come on, fist pump, Kansas Patriot. East Coaster all the way. Make sure you take out West Coast with that thing too. All right. So Debbie Grubbs just said, "Amen, East Coast. Amen, amen, East Coast. Amen, amen."
Wow.
Go. She's like,
we have
amen.
700 people watching right now. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button.
Amen. East Coast. Yeah. Amen. Sing with me, George. Amen. 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 East Coast. All right. Nick Moar just said, "What the Hales for the win? Secret weapon? Midget man."
Are we bringing him with us? That's a secret.
Good call, Nick. Good call.
Someone else asked that earlier if we were going to bring little man.
Do we ever leave little man behind?
Leave no man behind.
Do you know?
Especially little man.
Do you know California is the only place where the people who live in California, both them and their dogs have therapists. That's how bad it is in California because it's the messed up coast.
Doll says, "I think you need to take a nurse with you." She's hinting.
Yeah, I think Dolly is definitely hinting. Definitely hinting. E.B. Jester said East Coast is going to have to take care of Master Splinter for the pirate. That's true. His arch nemesis, the monster rat. We got some plans. Some unicorns are going to be there for sure. There's no doubt about that. Michelle L says, "LOL, story time, please, for someone." So,
did we ever find out what kind of heads were found in the unit?
I didn't hear yet, but there's so much going on. We have 700 people in here. Mark Sauter just sent $5 Australian. "Hey, Jeremy, I'm still going to buy Xmas hat from 2018, but I'm between houses. Go East Coast from Sydney, Australia."
Mark. Appreciate it,
All right, Mark. Fist pump for Mark. Here we go. Thank you so much, Mark. And we appreciate you rallying on the East Coast. There's no doubt about it. East Coast is going to dominate. Wait, hold a second. Storage Auction Pirate just sent $4.99. He's talking more trash. Has any East Coast member been introduced to Uncle Mike yet?
Uncle Mike. I don't think I even know what Uncle Mike looks like. Or do I?
Oh, you know.
I do.
And I know. I'm not saying
is Uncle Mike on the chat
to him
tonight?
But let me ask you this, Storage Auction Pirate. Has Uncle Mike ever been introduced to the Egyptian princess? I mean, really. Uncle Mike's diversion. It's just easy. It's diversion tactics. Just, "Hey, Uncle Mike, let me introduce you to George." Uncle Mike be like, wipe that chin, Uncle
Are we
Mike.
gonna have to get him a bucket?
Yeah, we'll get him a bucket. He's gonna need it. All right. Storage Auction Pirate says, "OMG, we are gonna be at the facility Master Splinter is at.
All right.
Don't you worry. We're the ones gonna take him out, and we'll probably have that for dinner that night."
Look out,
over the
Master
campfire.
Splinter.
Pat D 72 sent $2. "George support. I went through your battle.
Aww.
Love. Thank you."
Appreciate it, Pat D's.
Another fist pump for Pat D's, baby.
How many days
deserves it.
counting for me?
How many days? You're 4 weeks, and you end at the end of May.
Yeah, less than 2 weeks away, and then I'll be done.
A's Hunt said, #Jews for East Coast. We got the Israelites on our side too. Can't beat that. John Thompson said, "You should have all you guys meet up in Tennessee or somewhere neutral and have a storage battle royal."
Yeah, we could do that in the future.
That would be awesome.
A couple people suggested us meeting in the middle. We probably will do that in the future.
That would be, well, really, is there really even a need for it? Because let's be honest, who's going to win?
Bonita said you should rock a pink mohawk on Little Man.
Stop sharing our secrets. Diversion tactics so we win. I've got another question for Treasure Hunting with Jeebus. Okay. Treasure Hunting with Jeebus. This is what I really want to know. So you have a very large fan base, no doubt. And I know the West Coasters have a very large fan base as well. What are you hearing from your fan base? Who are they rooting for, East Coast or West Coast? Treasure Hunting with Jeebus just said Storage Auction Pirate, Locker Nuts, Storage Stalkers, Storage Hunters, Vegas, Wade's Venture, Bargain Hunters Thrift, 6 team member, 6 dislikes. Look at that. He was right. 6 dislikes. That makes sense, Treasure Hunting with Jeebus.
Good eye.
I got you there. I got you. I see exactly what he's saying. Yep. Yes. Dude is a mathematician.
He is.
He's like college
Very
educated,
smart, very
mathematician. Dude is 6'6". He's going to take out all the competition. There's no doubt about it. I don't have any reservations that East Coast is going to take it home without a doubt. So Treasure Hunting with Jeebus, who are you hearing? Who do they want to win? East Coast, West Coast? Storage Auction Pirate said real men wear pink. Well, what do you have to say about that?
True.
All right, we won't argue with
agree.
that. She agrees with that. He's got one valid point. That's it. One valid point. Treasure Hunting with Jesus says, even the guys on the West Coast know that the East Coast is going. I lost it. Even the guys on the West Coast know that the East Coast is going to win. Their own people have turned against them. That's not unusual for Californians. So
someone said Uncle Mike is scared of mice.
Uncle, does that give you an idea? You thinking what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking?
We're going to bring some mice. Deal? Yeah, let's do it. So Treasure Hunting with Jeebus says, even the Californians have all turned their back on the West Coast. This is all about the East Coast. They know what's going to happen.
Do you have any other questions for Jeebus?
I do. I have another question for Jeebus. So Jeebus, this is what I need to know. What separates the East Coast buyer mentality, the game, the approach, the skill, the tactic, the winning attitude versus the West Coast buyers? There's a difference, or we wouldn't be called East Coast versus West Coast. What do you think is the difference between East Coast and West Coast? Whoa. Rob 2032 just typed out West Side with an exclamation point. Moderators,
Rob.
Please block him. Okay.
What are you doing, Rob?
What are you thinking, Rob? I guess he's all about the losing team. Everybody loves the losing team, I guess. Slaughter Queen George, John Saley just said. Single Bull said, love the new t-shirt, Jeremy. George got it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Mary Harris said, Uncle Mike has no fear except for fear of having a bad hair day. Bring the clippers, okay? Storage Hunters Vegas said, you got that right at Storage Auction Pirate. So you're just talking trash, too. These guys are talking trash. All right. Pat D72 said, what the Hales? You need more wrenches, I guess. LOL. My cell, Robert DeLodge said, my cell is getting hot like my heart, so I'll be watching you on YouTube TV. His cell can't keep up with the chat right now.
Mine does
There's
it too.
700 watching right now on the chat. Storage Auction just look at him. He's just throwing so much smack down. They obviously have no Uncle Mike ideology. That's the thing. We don't need it. We're East Coasters. We don't need an Uncle Mike. We got a midget man. You got a huge Uncle Mike. We got a midget man. He's not even real. That's how good we're going to win. Storage Auction Pirate says, love you, Mustang Sally. Mustang Sally must be in here rooting for West Coast. We got to see if we can get her blocked.
Mustang Sally.
Ruby C says, love Jeremy and George, but I'm with Mike. Whoa, Ruby.
Well, maybe we can get Ruby to change her mind once.
Yeah.
Make it
Ruby,
down.
what are you going to do, Ruby, when all of a sudden your West Coast gets sunk into the ocean and East Coast comes out winning? Then what?
Yeah.
Then what? You're going to be on a good weather bandwagon and you go East Coast, East Coast.
Yeah, we may be able to twist your arm, make you vote for us.
Crystal Raven says you would lose if you went against Texas. We hear everything's bigger in Texas.
Everything is bigger in Texas.
You think I could get bigger in Texas?
Because we always say size does matter.
Found it. All right. Storage Hunters Vegas just said, good job, Ruby C. Look at, they're cheering at this West Coast. Locker Nut says you have to bring all the imaginary friends you want. You're still going down.
Imaginary.
There's nothing imaginary
nothing
about Midget Man. We found him in a unit. It was an act of Jeebus. We took him into our home, and now he's one of ours.
Yes.
Treasure Hunting with Jeebus just sent $5. I got a lot of trash ready to go to the dump. If I throw it in a storage unit, would one of you West Coast guys want it to buy for a couple grand? Burn!
Ouch.
Ooh. Treasure hunting with Jeebus, they might have to borrow a couple grand from you if they're going to buy that unit of trash. But I like where you're going there. Why don't we'll stage one for them, and we'll make sure they get that, and then we'll get the good one. I like what you're doing there.
Do you have any other questions?
Wait. Cindy Neal said, if you sink the West Coast, George, Jeremy, Jeebus Hammer, they'll throw you out life jackets. Hey, we got much love for the West Coasters. There's no doubt about it. We have a ton of love for the West Coasters. We will give them life jackets, but after that, they are on their own. Storage Auction Pirate says we turn water into wine on the West Coast, so maybe Jeebus, it will help you to stand a chance. Well, we're not much of drinkers, but we'll probably need a little bit of water. What do you think? Jeebus, I do have another question for Treasure Hunting with Jeebus. I'm curious, as we get ready for this huge battle, what's your favorite tactic to take out the opposition? Lady Luck Junk sent 3.
Do we really have to pick a side? We love you all.
Lady Luck Junk, you can pick a side, just don't pick your nose, okay? Or your friend's nose.
That's some good advice there, Lady Luck.
Thank you so much for the super chat.
Appreciate it.
So, Jeebus, what I want to know is, what's your favorite strike submission move in a battle such as this to take the opposition out when buying storage units? C. Gravely sent $5. East Coast all the way every day. But being a Southern lady, I just want to say to all the West Coast, bless your little hearts, losers. Exactly. That was amazing. And that's the thing. Little, because size matters. She understands that.
Emphasis on little.
Little over there in the West Coast. Size matters. Storage Hunters Vegas just said, Lady Luck Junk, oh, you're awesome. She just dissed you completely. And yes, she is awesome. Treasure Hunting with Jeebus says, lift the size 16 shoe up and step on them like the bugs, just like in his videos.
Storage Talker's on the chat. He says, can't wait. Yeah, we can't wait.
That's it? That's all you got, Storage Talker? That's it? Samuel Carr just sent $5. Storage Auction Pirate, since you're an admin, can you block Jeremy asking for our friend?
Samuel,
what were we thinking?
Come on, Samuel.
What were we thinking?
I'm not going to give you a fist pump. I'm going to give you a uppercut for them.
Get him.
Right in the chin.
There goes Samuel Carr. Thank you for the super chat, Samuel Carr. Mary Harris, you want to talk that one? You'll be walking
Mary
the
Harris
plank.
says you be walking the plank. Easterners, LOL.
Mary, we bring the plank. You see what I'm saying?
Mary,
we bring the plank. We walk the talk. We talk the talk. We're going to find out. We're going to find out who's better at this game. East, who's going to beast, or West, who's nothing but pest. And Jeebus is going to lift the shoe like he does with all the bugs and all of his units, and he's going to stomp down on them, and they got nothing. All right.
Owen Miller says, hi, guys. Just got off work. I'm glad I can catch a little of your live show.
Well, him and another 722 people are catching it right now. Storage Auction Pirate just said, the only thing imaginary is Jeebus' skill set.
Storage.
Have you not seen Jeebus spend almost no money and then come out with thousands of dollars of jewelry hidden in a Coke can?
In one of those faux cans.
Takes skill. Now, I'm not downplaying Storage Auction Pirate's ability to find $26,000 in a safe in a unit. I'm not downplaying that at all. I'm just saying Jeebus is on a roll, and I don't see that roll ending anytime soon. And so, thank Jeebus. Jeebus is on the East Coast. Mark Sauter said again, go East Coasters. Woo woo! Mary Deathly Deal says, a lot of trash talking. Well, we're talking about the West Coast. What do you expect, Mary? You got to take the trash out sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Jerry Smale, watching you and Jeebus every day. Thanks. You're so welcome, Jerry. Thanks for watching. We truly appreciate your support. And I know Treasure Hunting with Jeebus does as well. Owen Miller said East Coast all the way.
All day.
All the way. And wow, it's flying. Charles Cannon wants to know, how long is this contest going to be? Do you want to tell him how long we'll be out there?
Thursday and Friday.
So we'll be there Thursday, Friday, but we'll be there Saturday and Sunday, and we leave Monday. So
we
we'll
leave Monday, but Saturday and Sunday is really just for us to do touristy things.
We don't know that yet. So that being said, look at her. She's like, I'm going to go be a tourist. I'm going to be at work.
I want to be doing touristy things at least one of the days.
Well, you head on out with Midget Man and leave Daddy to take care of business, because we got to take the trash out on the West Coast. Treasure Hunting with Jeebus said, I wish we could bring more than 2 bags on the plan so we could actually bring all of our money.
Who said that?
Treasure Hunting with Jeebus. Oh, man, Jeebus. Yeah, he and I were just talking this week how we're going to haul all those thousands of dollars to teach these guys how to make it. You know, we were going to show it to them and go, look, guys, this is the money you can make doing this.
How you're going to get it through
TSA. We don't even know how we're going to get all the money through TSA. And so he and I have been texting back and forth like, hey, how are we going to move all this cash? You know, and, it's then, West Coast tried to plant that drugs on us, and that drug dealers unit tried to get us in jail so we could. They thought we were going to tap out, but we got that taken care of with the proper authorities. No problems there. Not our responsibility anymore. West Coast, you can't take us out like that.
Melissa Lewis says, I'm voting for my favorite team, not my coast. Love you guys. What the Hales? I lived in both.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, Melissa.
Storage Auction Pirate just said, money doesn't buy ability, Jeebus. We don't survive on luck out here. We survive on knowledge and hustle. Well, like I said before, they keep saying they're going to out hustle us young guys. So Jeebus and Amber, they're in their sweet early 20s, and then you and I, we're still teenagers at heart. At heart.
Mary says, this room is so heated. I had to go get some ice cream.
Well, bring some for us.
I want some ice cream.
Bring some for us. Omar Atkins wants some too. He said, ice cream, yum.
East is the beast and West is the least.
Treasure Hunting with Jeebus. It's gone. I can't even see it anymore. But Storage Auction Pirate just said, take a second plane, Jeebus, to carry your pride. You're going to leave it in the Bay Area. And then Storage Hunter Vegas said, well, Jeebus, there is something called an ATM card. A bank gives that to you when you keep your money, since our house couldn't hold it all. Oh, my goodness. From what I understand, out on the East Coast, your car insurance costs as much as your house payment. So I'm guessing the house is a little bit smaller out there. That's just my guess, because that's the only place you make $300,000 a year and you still can't afford a house. So that being said, Treasure Hunting with Jeebus just said, ability and knowledge is what makes money, which is why we need the entire separate plane to move ours.
Private plane.
Man. Well, we did talk about getting a private pilot and a private plane to take all of our belongings back with us once we beast these guys. So I'm pretty sure Jeebus has already booked the private pilot. The good news is one of my former employees' dad is a pirate. Is not a pirate. He's a private pilot. And so he flies a lot of high name celebrities all over the world with security. And so I think we'll be okay once we're with him. We'll be with Jeebus, another high name celebrity, Amber, another high name celebrity. We're just going to have additional security around us at the actual storage unit facility, because West Coast isn't used to this kind of high profile buying and bidders on their territory. So we're just gonna, you went ahead and you got the extra security guards, right? Okay, so we're all set there as well. Storage Auction Pirate just said it costs more to live on the beast. The beast. Yeah, well,
on the
cost of living may be more, but good living and money making is over here on the East Coast. East Coast is where it's at. Who's Michael Gross in here putting 4 hashtags saying West Coast will win with 10 exclamation points, all in capitals?
He's another one that maybe we can twist his arm once we make it there and he'll switch teams.
Why don't you blink at him and see if that works? Just be like, there you go. All right. We got Eric Almengren just sent $1.
Appreciate it, Eric.
I'm pretty sure Eric is an East Coast fan, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Okay, so Storage Auction Pirate said closet pirate. See? It was an accident. Pamela Lynn said, C. Gravely, I would love some. You are awesome. I think there's ice cream.
Pamela lives on the West Coast too. She lives in California.
Yeah, well, you know, I keep thinking Pamela Lynn is actually my biggest fan, and then I find her flirting with all these other pirates and storage hunters and trash pickers and you name it. So she's supposed to be my biggest fan, and then all of a sudden she's out there rooting for all these other guys. Pamela, explain that to me. Explain that, Pamela. Storage Auction Pirate said, we don't need security. We have Uncle Mike. He controls the crowds until there's a mouse or a giant rat. Eric Matheson just sent $10.
Appreciate it, Eric.
I can't wait till the East Coast versus the West Coast. I'm from Santa Maria, California, but I'm going East Coast, baby.
Yeah. That's what we like to hear, Eric.
That's right, Eric. You got yourself in the right mindset, the right mind frame. That's incredible, Eric. It's going to be a battle royale like none other with all of your favorite channels coming together.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Do you have any other questions for Jeebus?
Treasure Hunting with Jeebus just said, on the East Coast, we protect ourselves. So I do have another question for Jeebus. Jeebus, after this huge battle, East Coast, who is outmanned, apparently outskilled, apparently out-talented, apparently out-moneyed, and out everything. Apparently, we're out of our league. Once we beast the Pest Coast, once we teach them how it's done in the East Coast, Treasure Hunting with Jeebus, what do you want to be remembered for after this huge battle royale? Eric Algorithm just sent $2. Thanks again,
Another
Eric.
$2. Appreciate it,
Definitely a fan of the East Coast. Storage Auction Pirate just said, we don't have to protect ourselves on the West Coast, Jeebus. Fear is created when we step on the scene. And yet, rats still run rampant all around you. I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. I bet George get there and just whoosh, with the skewer and boom, done. Master Splinter's out of there. C. Gravely just said, what the Hales? Here's some cookies for you as well. Thank you, C. Gravely. I actually need those
some
cookies.
Virtual cookies.
Pamela Lynn said, what the Hales? I will always be your #1 fan. I really am rooting for you. It will be our little secret. Oh, are you really the #1 fan if it's a secret? Huh? She says she is. Storage Hunters Vegas just said, he'll have to be remembered since he's going down. Ouch. Ouch.
Oh.
I'm not sure they can take that man down. That's a big man. And they're
dude.
about to find out just how
He is a
big
big
Sweet
dude.
Jeebus is. They are about to find out. You don't just take a Sweet Jeebus down like that. They're in for a battle of epic proportions.
Eric Algren lives in the Wild Wild West, and he is clearly East Coast, Team East Coast.
Raymond McKay just sent $10. East Coast will give them all peg legs.
Peg legs.
Don't you forget it, because Al's coming with us. They're all getting peg legs.
Appreciate
in the
it,
East Coast.
Raymond. You get a virtual fist pump.
Yeah. Raymond knows what this is all about. Raymond knows for sure. All right. Mustang Sally said, what the Hales? Spelled Hales wrong, but what the Hales? Quit eating locker food. Mustang Sally, quit spelling my last name wrong, okay? Mrs. Jeebus said, seriously, only 97 likes and 735 people here. Hit the like button. It's okay, Amber. They're so busy. They're so busy rooting for the East Coast. They haven't had time yet to hit the like button. Storage.
He says we could tell George isn't scared of sitting near a large rat.
Who said that? Oh my goodness.
Storage
Auction Pirate. Man. Wow. Meerkat says there's over 200 likes.
Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button. We'd appreciate it.
Mustang Sally said, sorry, we forgive you, Mustang Sally. John Doe said, money, money, money. We're in it for the money. We're in it for the money. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
We're in it for the money. They don't want to hear me sing.
No, probably not. All right, or me. Eric Algorithm just sent another $2. I live in the Wild Wild West.
Yes, you do.
Thanks for the cane. Oh, you sent him the saw cane.
The saw cane from us. He's interested in another cane, but I have no idea which cane he's referring to.
Let us know, Eric. Make sure you email her.
Send us a picture or a screenshot.
Mustang Sally said, love what the Hales. We're sending love back out to you. Mwah! Mustang Sally. Flanagan Outdoor said, hey, what's the best thing you ever found? I don't know. Watch the videos. It's all based on what you think the best thing is.
There's so many.
It all depends on what you like. Aphiz says, can I press both thumbs up and down?
No, Aphiz. It's one or the other. And I would suggest you hit this one.
You can press thumbs down on the West Coast videos and thumbs up on our videos. Mrs. Jeebus said, oh, I refreshed and now I see over 300 likes, but still not 700. Amber, it's okay. They're so busy rooting for East Coast. It's a big deal here. This is a huge battle going down. Huge thing that's going to happen this week. Storage Hunter Vegas said, Peggy Smith, ask your question again. So Peggy probably wanted to know, Jeremy and George, which team's going to win. George, do you want to answer that? That's probably what Peggy was asking.
Yes.
What is the obvi?
East Coast all the way, all day.
Teresa Rassi says, love you guys and Jeebus and Amber. Hope you win East Coast. Don't you worry. Teresa, East Coast is going to win. Jeff C., what happened with the facility owner who kept bidding on the lockers? He still owns all the facilities. Nothing happened. Holy cow, this is going fast. Treasure hunting with Jeebus just said,
lagging.
They had to outnumber us and they have home court advantage. And even with all the advantages in the book, they are going to be absolutely dominated and squished like bugs. No doubt about that. Mustang Sally said, I'm buying a locker with a safe in it. If you saw yesterday, George tried to buy a locker with a safe in it.
Yeah, I tried to. I wanted a safe.
And I was not having that.
He put a kibosh on that real quick.
She started. I tell her beforehand, I'm like, do not bid on this one. The key is in the safe. The storage unit facility owner has obviously gone through these. We were at another unit beforehand, and somebody said, oh, that looks like a sewing machine. I wonder if it's a Singer. And this facility owner said, no, it's not a Singer. It's a Kenmore. You have to open the furniture to actually see it's a Kenmore. Yeah. And then we go to the safe, and she's bidding on a safe. I'm like, babe, no, there's no way.
The same unit, but it was
the same location is the unit after he told everybody it was a Kenmore in there. Storage Auction Pirate, no matter what happens, I love all you YouTubers and my fellow YouTube homies coming out to join us. But let the games begin.
Let the auction games begin.
We agree with Storage Auction Pirate 100%. We have nothing but love for the West Coasters and their channels, but all's fair in love and war. And there is a war a-brewing. It is going down. The auctions are going to happen, and you're going to want to be on all the channels to see all the action from all the perspectives and to see who wins. Or if you just want us to tell you and give you a spoiler alert ahead of time, East Coast won. There you go. That's going to sum it all up.
Aphiz says, Jeremy, you need a cape.
I have one. But remember this, not all heroes wear a cape.
Not all heroes wear a cape. We should put one on Midget Man.
You know what? We should. Midget Man even got a haircut for this upcoming trip because it's so warm out there right now. So Midget Man got a little bit of a haircut just to cool off a little bit. Heat's been going up. George, anything else we need to say tonight before?
Do you have any other questions for Jeebus before we wrap it up?
I have one more question for Jeebus. And do you think we should call the West Coast the Pest Coast, the Mest Coast, the Stressed Coast, or should we just call them Westicles? Should we just call them Westicles? What do you think, Jeebus and Amber? What should we go with there as far as the name for the West Coast instead of just calling them West Coast? Because I kind of like Westicles.
We'll let the chat let us know.
Chat, what would you prefer we call the West Coast?
Let us know in the chat.
The Pest Coast, the Mest Coast, the Stressed Coast, because East is coming to teach them, or the Westicles. And Treasure Hunting with Jeebus has just chimed in. Westicles makes the most sense. I think so too. Old, sweaty, don't get out much. That's what I think. So Mrs. Jeebus says Westicles.
Westicles also.
Pantello Cole says pest. Judy says all. G. Fixler says I like Westicles. Dolly says Westicles. Richard Cover says Westicles. Mark Sutter. Grandma Owen says Westicles. And
Jake
Bill Myers
says Westicles. Pretty much Westicles wins.
Bill Myers says Westicles. Storage Auction Pirate says you'll enjoy our Westicles, Jeebus. They don't call me white chocolate for nothing. Florida Style Storage Flip says Westicles. G Gravely says Westicles. C Gravely. Dante Asher, Westicles. And Mark Sutter says pink Westicles.
Pesticle Westicles.
Jeremy C says Westicles.
You guys are
and
so
it goes
funny.
on. 157 Lockerman says Westicles.
Someone said blue Westicles.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. And it goes on and on and on. All right, sweetheart. Any other announcements before we go out tonight?
Mm-mm.
So you'll want to be watching this whole next week coming up, as there's so much going on with this huge, epic battle royale. And with that being said, we want to sing a song to all of our lovers, because we love our YouTubers, especially when they love the East Coast.
Yes. Treasure Hustlers wasn't on tonight.
Treasure Hustlers wasn't on tonight because we have them in a rigorous training program. If you've watched Treasure Hustlers, they have bought their first storage auction, storage unit, and we have them in a rigorous training course preparation for the big battle royales. Storage Hunters Vegas sent $2.99, said, tell Jeebus to bring more than $10. I got your back, Jeebus. Don't you worry. We love you, YouTubers. Oh, yes, we do. We love you, YouTubers. And this is true. You're not near us. We're blue. Oh, YouTubers, we love you. We need to know, what else do we love? Down in the comments.
Let us know in the chat.
We love East Coast. Oh, yes, we do. We love East Coast. This is true.
Treasure Hunting with Jeebus sent another $5 super chat. Says, we can't say that and donate less than $2. You can't say that and donate less than $2.
When we have to leave you, East Coast, we're blue, but we're headed to the West Coast to do what we do to be you, West Coast. All right, what else do we love, George?
We love virtual fist bumps.
We love virtual fist pumps. Oh, yes, we do.
Should I bring this with us too?
We love fist pumps. And this is true. When you're not fist pumping them, they're blue. Oh,
Storage Hunters
George.
Vegas says, I could donate all the money in the world. Every unit I bought was $5.
Oh, whoa, that one hurt. Oh, fist pumps from George. We love you.
Pirate says, save your money, Jeebus. You're gonna need it when you meet $11 storages.
Treasure Hunter with Jeebus said, bye to the Westicles. Bye Westicles. We love you, Westicles. Oh, yes, we do. We love you, Westicles.
Locker Nut says,
blue.
once we beat the East Coast, I vote we all get free Fun Employed shirts. Those are cool. All right.
Wait, hold a second.
We'll see what we can
They're
do.
going to beat us, but they want free shirts from us too. It's not enough. We're spending thousands to come out and teach you how it's done. Now you want free shirts? I visited the West Coast and all I got was a stupid free shirt. Oh, Westicles, we love you.
Should I fist bump their Westicles?
You should fist pump their Westicles.
Should I uppercut their Westicles?
Absolutely. Right in the Westicles.
Here it is, West Coasters, right in the Westicles. All right.
We love fun employment.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we can do that. Unless you got another one.
That'll be the last one, and then
back to the sack with the Westicles. All right.
Thank
We
you all.
love unemployment. Oh, yes, we do.
If you're fun employed as well, let us know in the chat.
Employment. Because it means we get to hang out with you. And fun employment could be you too.
JK says fist bump their locker nuts. Here's a fist bump to all the lockers nuts.
Just buy a storage unit and make a video and place it on YouTube.
Thank you guys all hanging out. Thank you all for hanging out with us tonight and promoting our East Coast meets West Coast challenge, which will happen Thursday. So stay tuned for.
They're going to get all the information Wednesday Thursday,
night.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Don't miss a thing.
Yes, we'll make another big announcement Wednesday night. And then are we going to try and do our usual live next Sunday?
That's the goal.
Okay.
If everything is going to be normal, just better.
So stay tuned for our usual live next Sunday, but we'll be in Pacific time at that time. All right, guys, have a good night. We love you all. Blow kisses. Say good night.
Good night, YouTube.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.